Hi guys, so it's Mr. Chen again. So welcome back and watching my YouTube videos. So here's the one that I'd like to talk about today for the lesson of day 3 of trigonometry. So the way to converting between degrees and radian. So anytime that you want to convert that from degree to radian with the angle, so you always want to multiply the degree measured by pi over 180. And from radian to degrees, then that means you want to multiply the radian measured by 180 over pi, which is the reciprocals of pi over 180. So now we'll take a look at that. So convert the degree measure to radian or the radian measure to degree. So started off with 270. So 270, that's degrees. So we multiply this one by pi over 180. And then from here, we're using the third grade math skills, cross cancellation. So things that we can cross cancel, so the zeros. So 27 and 18, things that they share in common, then that'll be what? 9. If you're not quite sure about the big number, you can always start it with 3. Because those two numbers, they're both divisible by 3. 1 plus 8, that's 9, which is the multiples of 3. And 2 plus 7, that's 9. It's also the multiples of 3. So that means those two digits can be divisible by 3. So, but the thing is that instead of dividing by 3 here, since we do know that also is divisible by 9, so divided by 9. So 2, and here's 3. So 3 pi over 2. And then 45, again, times pi over 180. Cross cancel, so 45 goes into 180. How many times? 4 times. So it's 1 times pi, that's pi, so it's pi over 4. So for those you might be wondering, do I need to put in a unit? Yes, please, just in case. Okay, so put in pi over 4 radian, 3 pi over 2 radian. And then the other one, 30 degree, similar, so multiply that by pi over 180. Again, cross cancel, so 1, 30 goes into 180 6 times, so it's pi over 6 radian. So it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy. And now what about from radian to degree? So radian to degree, that means you want to multiply the reciprocals of pi over 180. So you multiply by 180 over pi. Obviously the pi got canceled. There's no more pi remain. So that basically giving you the indicator. So it's going to be in the degree form. And then 4 goes into 180, 45 times, so 45 degrees. And then 5 pi over 6, multiply this one by 180 over pi. So pi and pi cross cancel, so 6 goes into 180, 30 times. 5 times 30, so it's 150 degrees. And then 11 pi over 6 pi, again, this one just multiplied by 180 over pi, so this one is just 180 degree. If you just do it mentally. 11 pi over 6 times 180 over pi. So pi and pi cross cancel. 6 goes into 180, 30 times. 11 times 30, so 330 degrees. Make sure that you put in the equal sign. So I'm missing the equal signs right here. So got to be very careful. Equal signs, very important. So showing the consistency. And then pi over 3. So pi over 3 times 180 over pi. So pi and pi got canceled. So 3 goes into 180, 60 times. So this would be what, 60 degrees? Again, equal sign. Okay, so part 2 for this. So this one is about the angle in standard position. Okay, so we do know that the initial size, so let's start it off at 0. So let's say that you do have a protractor, so the instruments to measure the angle. So let's say that you put in the horizon on top of the initial side right here. So on the x-axis, so that's considered 0 degree. And then the terminal side, so this one give you the end point. Okay, so the terminal side, so that tells you where the angles ended. So this one, that would be the measure of the angle. So obviously this one would be obtuse, greater than 90 degree. So in a coordinate plane, an angle can be formed by fixing one ray, so called the initial side, and rotating other ray, it's called the terminal side, about the x-axis. An angle is standard position if its vertex, it's at the vertex. So let's say that the vertex here, it's right at the what? At the origin. Well, this one will just give you the terminal point. Okay, if you see the point here, it's called the terminal. because that's on the terminal side. Okay, so the vertex is right here at the origin, which is what, 0, 0. And its initial side lies on the positive, okay, so the positive what, axis. So this side right here, everything on the right hand side here, it's all positive. So draw an angle with the given measure in the standard position. So this one can use a protractor or can just basically using the eyeball approximation. So would you know that 0's 90 degree? Here's then that'll be 180 all the way down the bottom, 270. So how do I know that's so fast? Because this one is considered perpendicular. Anything that's considered perpendicular, then that'll be 90 degree. Here's another perpendicular. So on top of 90, so 90 plus 90, then that'll be 180. And then 180 plus 90, then that'll be 270. So 130, it's right in between 90 and 180. But it's a little bit closer to 90 degrees. So it's over here. Okay, so let me just make this one from the origin. Okay, so extend this ray all the way. So it's 130. So 5 pi over 4. So if you're not quite sure what that is, well, radians, so since you guys just learned about this, so you can always convert this one back to degree. So 180 over pi. So pi and pi cross cancel. So 4 goes into 180, 45 times. So 45 times 5. So 180 plus 45, then that'll be what? 225. So 225, then that'll be somewhere over here. So it's right in between 180 and 270. Now the thing is that this one is given as a radian, so that means by the time you label it, make sure that you have to use radian as well. The original setting. And what about negative 2 pi over 3? So here's one thing I would like to talk about. If the angle is given as positive, that means we're going by counterclockwise. Okay, so notice. So positive angle. So that means we're going by counterclockwise. And what about that's given as a negative angle, negative measurement for the angle? Then that means we're going by clockwise. And the reason why that is because it's all about the quadrant number. Positive, so that means we're going by quadrant number, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. So we need to follow through the order of the quadrant. If that's a negative angle, negative radian, negative degree, that means we're going by the opposite direction, which is clockwise. Okay, so this one is a negative radian. So first thing that you might want to do, consider that converting it to degree. So multiply this one by 180 over pi. So pi and pi got cross cancel. 3 goes into 180, 60 times. So 60 times negative 2, negative 120. So if that's a negative radian or negative degree, make sure that you need to relabel the figure. So start with 0, negative 90 degree. This one is negative 180. And then this one here is negative 270. So in case that you're kind of confused with the positions of those critical angles. Okay, so negative 120, so it's right between negative 90 and negative 180. So it's all the way over here to quadrant 3. Okay, so negative 120 degree. Well, but the thing is that it's radian, so putting in negative 2 pi over 3. Alright, so now let's see what else. So for the day 3 lesson, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So in case that you do have any questions, any concerns, so just rewatch the video. Or you're welcome to give me comments or ask me a question regarding, certain part of the video right here. Or also I do welcome any kind of suggestions. Okay, so thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.